Wayne, I'm sure James Rugby is a very happy man watching that at home.
Yeah, I think so. We've been obviously we had all week planned for it, but we've obviously he's in constant dialogue with me throughout, and then obviously the same again today. He had a meeting with the players just via Zoom before the team meeting itself, and then just once we knew we was going to have a talk at half time. Gladly we were winning 2-0, and it was just about trying to then make the right changes, just be positive, and then hopefully get a couple more goals, which we did. And then obviously once we scored the third one, I think you could feel that they were getting buried a little bit. So it was really pleasing. But I'm sure he'd be really glad that the team's gone on to put a good performance in.
There was a ruthlessness in front of goal, and Dom Telford in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, what's left to say that hasn't already been said about Dom?
Well, I wanted to try and lead him on so he could try and get his hat-trick, but when he went down in the corner, you start to think, well, just maybe a little bit of fatigue in him, and we want to look after him. So he would have, if there would have been fans in the building today, he would have got a massive sort of standing ovation on the way off. So full credit to him. He's a top finisher, and you've seen that again today. So I don't know really what the first one looked like for him, but it's sort of, I don't know if he's got lucky. I haven't quite seen it, but he's a real threat whenever he shifts onto his left foot, for sure.
I think it's like 18 goals in 17 games. It's a tremendous tally. With that in mind, I mean, you know what's coming. Do you anticipate interest in him from other clubs?
You're always going to. That's part of the game, and we've got him. We've got Dom Telford here. That's all I care about. He's going to gain interest, but the club's in a good place, and hopefully Dom's enjoying his football, which you can see, and he wants to be part of something here. But that would probably be out of my remit if there was a big move for him coming up, then that's something that he's have to deal with as and when, or if it was to happen. But we haven't got a crystal ball, so he's here with us, and he's doing really well, and that's what we want.
Just finally for me, two debutants, Pask and Waits. How did you feel they did?
I thought they did brilliant. I thought Paske was outstanding. Just he reads the game really well. Knows when to step in, when not to, when to go and engage with centre forwards. I thought he had a good afternoon. So we've got in front, so it made his life a little bit easier. But I thought his pairing with Mickey and Cam on the outside of him as well, which was really pleasing. And you've seen what he can do. And I was with Waity. It was good to get him on as early as we could. Wanted to try and get him on at some point, and that helped. With Coops being on the booking, we just felt that we didn't want to risk him anymore, and it was just the way he's come on, and he drives forward, he causes teams problems. A little bit unlucky with a couple of little threaded passes that didn't quite come off for him, but it was pleasing to him getting settled into the group.
Thanks a lot, Wayne.
It was
4-month unbeaten run for you now as manager.
I don't know. I will have a few jokes with him later on, but I think just in the whole build up to the week, I've said it was really important that we just got back. It wasn't back to basics, but back to I'll go that physical bit to us, and having a little bit more of an edge. And sometimes we have that because of the crowd. We needed that today because we knew that they were going to be physical. So that was part of our remit really all week, just to drum that into them, and they delivered today. And that's pleasing for me. We've put the couple of defeats behind us to bed now as well. But I said to them now, we've got 2 points off third place now. I know, albeit a couple of games we played more, but we've got to play everybody with second time yet. So that's them games will dwindle down. As long as we keep putting in performances like that, I think we're gonna. We'll have more better afternoons than we want. And like I said, being at home, fans back next week and the next week, then it's gonna be hopefully could set us up for a good couple of months at home.
and two players come in. That's exactly what you want, Ryan Hayes and Scott Bennett. When you bring them in to put in performances like that, that's exactly what from what is a strong squad as well.
Absolutely, we've got. I'll say we've got pretty much like for like in most positions now. That's what you need, and we've got a hell of a lot of games coming up in the back end of the season. It's the business end as well, so we want that competition for places, and we want players to come in and do well, and that's down to them. We've got some haven't kept their shirt today, some have, and collectively I just felt that we looked a little bit physically more stronger with Benno in there. Haynes has come on and done well when he's come on in the last few weeks, and I think he deserved his chance today, and he's put in a good performance, so that was really pleasing as well. But we know what Haynes has got. He's got good quality, especially going forward for us, and it gives that bit more natural balance as well. So it's just generally, I'm pleased with the way the lads that have come in and done.
Is Robbie all right? Is he?
Yeah, Robbie's had a scan this week. He's got a little nick in the back of his knee towards his hamstring end, and then I think he's just needed a bit of a rest again on it.
Precautionary then, rather than nothing.
Yeah, a bit more precautionary. I think if you would have probably given Robbie a shirt today, I think he would have probably played. But I think with the way the scans sort of come up, it was sort of only grade 1. But I think the physio was more concerned to look after him more so now, and rather than losing for a few more weeks, which wouldn't have been ideal.
Quick one on young players going out on loan. Joe Williams.
Yeah.
So the beauty of that is they're here for the week, but they're actually getting games on sat on their backsides on a bench.
That's the ideal part for us. We wouldn't been able to do it for the front end of the season. Because we just didn't know how many players we need in the building, because you got to get to the next window. It's so far away. As a management team, you're thinking that's your remit. You've got to try and get to the next window to be able to do something. But we've had such a tough start. We needed a lot of players, the development players within that. We just couldn't send them out on loan at the time. But training was always hard here, so they benefit from being with us as well. But adding that game time to them is the key, and then playing, obviously not men's football, but Joe's done that before. But with everybody, just keeping them fresh, but challenging them as well at the same time is the key really for the rest of the squad.
Credit to Nick Townsend as well, made a big save at 1-0.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm pleased with Nick. Also joking in there that it's his first clean sheet he's ever kept for us, I think. But I mean that in a good way. He's got attributes, Nick, that help the team. But he's in competition with Joe. So we've got two outstanding keepers in my opinion. And I know it's a clean sheet that's been long overdue. For the amount of shots that we've had against us in the last few weeks, I think we've been punished. Rather than just keep giving chances away, we've been quite good in that department, but the results really haven't reflected on that. We've had chances at the other end in previous games, and we've not scored. So we've been clinical today, and it was good for him to get that clean sheet. Like you said, he made a good save. So that do really good, I think.